women's basketball got on my radar, like everybody's, because of Caitlin Clark. And the other girls in the league are delighted for her success. I'm joking, of course. They fucking hate her, and they've been... Show the tape of her getting body checked. This is a game the other day, and she... I mean, that was pretty deliberate. And look at the other girl on her team coming over. Not... See, if this was men, they defend each other on their same team. I mean, men will fight from two teams. But when somebody checks you on who's on your team, you defend that guy. I'm just saying, men have their bad parts. We're toxic. We're dogs. But only women would do this. Well, women are catty, even the ones on her own team. Matt Barnes, he said, my question and my issue is, where the fuck are her teammates at? I've seen a couple of girls smirk when she's got knocked down, half-assed to pick her up. You guys are supposed to be a family. If your guy's fucking job to have her, it's your guy's fucking job to have her back and have each other's back. Discuss.
Wow. Hugh Tran, the insurance man, is agreeing with Bill Maher. The world is going crazy. Yes, my villagers, I have to agree with Bill Maher in this Caitlin Clark take because he hit the nail on the coffin. There are a lot of jealousy in the WNBA, a lot of pettiness, and on top of that, the WNBA hates Caitlin Clark. We cannot break all that down in this video. But before we begin, welcome back, villagers, to another episode of Hugh Tran, the Insurance Man. Sincere apologies for going MIA for a little bit because I spent a lot of time with my family before summer start. And I strongly recommend you do the same, villagers, because family bonding is one of the best medicine for our health. Bill Maher, if you've been following me on our little channel, our little community, you are fully aware I'm not a fan of Bill Maher because he lived behind a gated community, so his way of thinking is very far off and he doesn't understand what the middle class are going through. But Bill Maher hit the nail on the coffin with this CC takes. Was he lying? No. I'm going to share with you the jealousy, the pettiness, and the craziness from the WNBA. They hate Caitlin Clark simply because she is a white, straight baller. And that's a fact. Why? What happened? And to be honest, I do not know who this person, Chennedy Carter, is before the dirty play she committed against Caitlin Clark. Some people call it assault. In my opinion, assault is a little bit too dramatic. It's a hip check. It's not a basketball play. It's a hip check because Chennedy Carter is a hater. Calling Caitlin Clark a bitch and then hip check her is not a place in the WNBA or any sports. Now, before the Andrew Rees, Chennedy Carter, and all the woke media, the black Twitter attack Hugh Tran, the Insurance Man, please understand, I watched WNBA for Caitlin Clark, supporting Caitlin Clark, and what I've seen from the WNBA from the first 13 games, I believe, yeah, it's 13 games into the season, I hate the WNBA. Simply because they don't understand basic business. I'll explain why in a little bit, but let's take a look at this play between Chennedy Carter and Caitlin Clark. There you have it. You see? Calling Caitlin Clark a bitch and then proceed to hip check her when she wasn't looking. For those that don't see, oh, this is not a big deal, this is how professional athletes play. No, it ain't. Stop telling yourself that and stop letting black Twitter brainwash you. Because when a person is not looking and you hip check that person, injury can happen. It's a dirty play and it's not a basketball play. So before all of this, I do not know who Chennedy Carter is, but let's bring up some information about Chennedy Carter and see who this player is. Chennedy Carter, 25 years old, nicknamed herself Hollywood. Declared for a WNBA draft early in 2020 because you can declare as long as you're 22. In 2020, first round, she got drafted by the Atlanta. 4th pick. trouble coming because she's a dirty player. She's a dirty player. She's a dirty player. 2021 got terminated from Atlanta after threatening to beat up her own teammates. Conduct detrimental to the team. Oh boy. You threatened to beat up your own teammate? That explained a lot. 4th round draft in 2020. The year after that, terminated. 2022, she got picked up by LA Sparks and more trouble. They waived her mid-season for poor conduct. Oh my gosh, that's back-to-back. Bam, bam. She didn't make it, so she need to leave the WNBA because why? She's a dirty player. Went to Turkey, played for Turkey to reinvent her image because nobody in the United States of America wants her. Then she came back in 2024 and got picked up by Chicago Sky. And that's when in game 7, I don't like to use the word assault because that's too dramatic. She hip checked, dirty play, Caitlin Clark, and that's when everybody went bananas. There are black woke Twitter are siding with Chandy Carter, saying, oh, you know, you gotta toughen up. This is WNBA. And of course, her teammate backed her up. This is one thing I have to tell my villagers that I do admire Chicago Sky, because their teammates, they stick together. They make up stories together, they cry victimhood together, and they back each other up, even if their teammate committed a dirty play. You can watch this replay when Chandy Carter called Caitlin Clark a bitch and then hip checked her, causing her to fall to the ground. Who was the first one to stand up and clap like a lunatic? Angel Reese. And I'm not hating on Angel Reese. Angel Reese does things that make me not want to be a fan of hers because, you know, she claimed to be a villain. She cried victimhood. She dressed in a very show off kind of way, and then she cried, oh, people sexualize me. If you dress like that, there are people who's gonna judge. You know, if you can't stand the heat, then get the F out of the kitchen. But she's the type to cry victimhood when shit goes down. And I'll explain why in a little bit. But that's the thing I have to like about Chicago Sky, because they back each other up. Even if they lie together, they make up crazy stories and even dirty plays. And that's what teammates do. They back each other up. And that is something Caitlin Clark do not have in Indiana Fever. Now you know who Chandy Carter is. But that doesn't end there, you guys, because Chandy Carter doubled down. She hates Caitlin Clark. And this is what she said. Besides three-point shooting, what does she bring to the table, man? Emoji, laughing so hard that you cry. Well, if you've been following me, villagers, you know that I have to throw a bunch of facts at Chandy Carter. Because people lie, but numbers don't. Let me bring up some facts for our village, so that way we know. So what has Caitlin Clark bring to the table besides the three-point shooting? Okay, so let me start with the three-point shooting. The Human Torch, aka Stephen Curry, changed the NBA because he shoots threes. It's electrifying. It's fun to watch, and I love it when she cross somebody up, make a fade, and shoot like 30 feet away. That's electrifying. That's fun to watch. That's a Human Torch, and that's what Caitlin Clark can do. That's what she can bring to the table. That's just one out of a whole list. It's electrifying. People gravitate toward Caitlin Clark. But let me bring up some stats real quick, because I'm going to talk about viewership. And with viewership means money. Ching ching. Dollar signs everywhere, flying everywhere. And with more dollar signs coming your way, it means that you get paid more. That's what WNBA been crying about, right? We want to get paid just like the NBA, even if we haven't made any money since the beginning of time. Ooh, we want to travel better. I'm tired of taking Greyhound. I'm tired of taking buses. We want to fly. CC got you that. CC can get you higher wages. Maybe CC can get you better endorsement. Maybe CC can grant you the things that you've been crying about for the longest time. So tell yourself, ask yourself, Chanity, what can CC bring to the table? That's just a few, but now let's look at viewership. Viewership, let me check this real quick. Bring up, all right, viewership. There are 5 different things I'm going to talk about. Number 1, Kaylin Clark's debut game on May 14, 2024 was a record breaker, drawing a whopping 2.12 million viewers on ESPN2. This was the highest viewership for the WNBA in 23 years since the Sparks Comet game in 2001. Oh my goodness, 23 years is a very long time. Number 2, in her 3rd game against Liberty on May 21st, 2024, Clark helped set new viewership record for WNBA on ABC. The game averaged 1.71 million viewers and peaked at close to 2 million. The Kaylin Clark effect. Let's go down to number 3. Her 4th game, actually, I'll jump back to number 2 in a little bit, but her 4th game against the Connecticut Sun on May 22nd, 2024 drew 1.56 million viewers for ESPN, making it the 3rd most watched WNBA game since 2002. All of these viewerships is record breaking. Viewership means more eyes on your product. The WNBA product right now is Kaylin Clark. I'm not saying that to hate on the current players, the current, OGs, whatever you guys want to call it. But if you have a product that's going to bring in potential billion, you may want to protect this product. Business 101. Very simple. Talk more in a little bit. Number 4, a game between the Los Angeles Sparks and Las Vegas A's on May 20th. Following Clark game also drew a significant viewership boost. Very smart what they did right there, just business. If Kaylin Clark game played before, let's have another game right after because people will stay to watch, and that's exactly what happened. It drew in 1.34 million viewers because of the CC effect. Lastly, Clark's first 4 games have been the most watched WNBA since 2002, with viewership numbers surpassing those of the 2003 WNBA All-Stars. People lie, numbers don't. So to Miss Carter, that's what Kaylin Clark can bring to the table beside her boring 3-point shootings, which in my opinion is electrifying. She scored, I believe, 2 games already, 30 points plus. It's fun to watch Kaylin Clark. I watch her because she's a baller. Any drama that is surrounding her, not caused by her, it's just interesting for me. My brother, I'm in this group chat and we talk about WNBA. Crazy, right? Because of Kaylin Clark. And my brother told me something. WNBA has always been like a comedy. It's laughable. But now it's interesting because of Kaylin Clark. How long and how much WNBA want to protect this product so it can gain more viewership, and everything they ask for will come with this viewership because of Kaylin Clark, it to be determined. Let's see what WNBA can do. So those numbers don't lie. So Miss Carter, that's what Kaylin Clark can do. She's here to benefit you as well too. So instead of calling her a bitch and hip check her, potentially can cause injury, why don't you just level her up? Be a ball player, not a dirty player. Remember, you got terminated once upon a time. Don't let it happen again. And now, back to Bill Maher. He was saying, man, women are they get jealous. And he's right. I asked my wife this and she said, as sucks as it sounds, women, they get jealous at a different level than men. Like men, we hate each other, we talk shit, we fight, we box, but we don't hold grudges like women do. And that's a fact. When my wife agreed with me on these things, I was like, oh my gosh. My wife, she's a smart woman, man. I turn to her a lot for her 2 cents, because her 2 cents, sometimes I may not agree with, but I digest and then I listen to where she's coming from. She make a lot of sense. She's a smart woman. I'm a lucky man. But she said, women, they get jealous. And once they're jealous, they hold on to that. And that's the thing why, it's scary to have a woman in power. Because jealousy can make you do crazy shit. And that's why I'm very against a woman president. Nothing against women, but y'all are crazy all the time, and it's a fact. But let's not talk about politics. Stick to sports, Hugh Trent Insurance, man. So with jealousy, I want to bring this up too. Angel Reese. Oh my goodness. I tried to watch Angel Reese just for her being a baller, but she's making it very hard for me to support her, because she is a drama queen. Always me, and this is what she said: give every team the same publicity, because it ain't just one team. Actually, that's not true. The WNBA always give every team their fair share of publicity, but Caitlin Clark she demand million viewerships. Million. Worldwide, not just United States of America, in the Philippines, in Vietnam, in Korea, everybody and their mamas tuning in to watch Caitlin Clark. And I'm sorry, Angel Reese, because people don't follow you because of your character. You don't gravitate people towards you like CC. So you may want to tune it down a little bit, focus on playing ball, and less with the hate, because Angel Reese didn't just stop there. She doubled down. And this is what she had to say. Take a look.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that, because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Me. Well, it's not just CC that demand viewerships. Also me too. I play a role in this, and that's the crazy shit about women. Their jealousy, their pettiness is like this compared to men. Yeah, men, we're dogs, we're idiots. We don't expect much, but we don't have grudges. We don't hold grudges and jealousy like this toward other men. We can let go pretty darn easily. But that's what, Angel Reese said. And the thing that bothers me too is when you talk to someone, look at them in the eyes. If you disagree, tell them you disagree. If you agree, tell them you agree. But look at them in the eyes, because that shows respect. That shows sincerity. And in this interview, Angel Reese, she's like, yeah, I did this too, I did this too. And with her crazy ass eyelash, that is so heavy that you can hold fruits in there, like 2 buckets. But I'm just being a hater right now, and based on that video and how Angel Reese carried herself, I'm not gravitating toward her. I gravitate toward Caitlin Clark. I have a video in a little bit to share with you, my villagers, what Caitlin Clark think of this whole situation. It's completely night and day. You can see where I'm leaning toward in this video. And that's not all, So after Miss Carter did that dirty play, hip check, calling Caitlin Clark a bitch, this is what she had to say when reporter asked her about what happened.
On the play before bumping in with Caitlin, it seemed like she turned to you a little bit after the fever
I
score.
didn't answer no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough.
I ain't gonna answer nothing about Caitlin Clark. Nah, man. I'm a dirty player. I'm self-claimed Hollywood. That's the kind of thing that the unprofessional is very unprofessional, and it reap jealousy, pettiness is all there. So what Bill Maher, which I do not agree with a lot, I have to agree with him because he is making a lot of sense. spitting facts, and that's what's happening. And Chicago Sky, you know, it's a team of drama queens, but they stick together. Not like Indiana Fever's teammate and coaches don't have Caitlin Clark's back. And I'm not saying this because I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. I watch basketball. I watch Caitlin Clark to see her support system, to see if Coach Sides can come up with better plays. And yeah, you watched my previous video, I mentioned, you know, I'm backing up Coach Sides, but she gotta go. You know, she does not know how to draw plays. And I have another video about her coaching style and whatnot coming up very soon. But Caitlin Clark have no teammate. She have teammates, but they're not there to back her up because, you know, in the video you saw, beginning of this video, when Bill Maher was talking about Matt Barnes said, where the fuck are her teammates? They're there, but they ain't there to back her up. They're jealous too, if anything. That's just a shame. Because Caitlin Clark can bring to the table that everything you've been asking for. Higher wages, I want to fly better, I want to eat better, I want to make more money, I want to have endorsement, I want this, I want that, I want more viewership. And that's what Caitlin Clark is bringing. But unfortunately, because of jealousy, pettiness, woke culture, they are destroying Caitlin Clark. But you know what amazing about all this whole situation? All eyes are on WNBA. That's crazy because, like I said, WNBA was once upon a time a comedy show. Now it's interesting. People tune in to see how WNBA deal with Caitlin Clark and her million viewerships. I think it's gonna unfold in a bad way, but I'm rooting for CC. I'm rooting for Caitlin Clark. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this situation, because it's crazy. I can see the jealousy. I can see the pettiness. I can see the woke culture trying, and also Black Twitter. You guys don't know what Black Twitter is. It's X. Twitter, once upon a time it's called Twitter, now it's called X. Twitter 2.0 pretty much. But there's Black Twitter. You go on there, you see how they tweet, tweet and treat Caitlin Clark. It's not very nice. Just imagine have the role reversed. Caitlin Clark is a black girl playing in a 75% white league, and see if these, let's say Carter, Miss Carter is a white person, white chick, white lady, and she called CC, who is a black player, a bitch and hip check her. Oh my gosh, you're gonna see riots, you're gonna see craziness from the black community, and that is a fact. Check on Black Twitter or Black X, Twitter 2.0. You see exactly what I mean. But it's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about that. Just have to role reverse and see how crazy things will get. But unfortunately, Caitlin Clark is a white, straight baller. Therefore, what I'm saying, they can hate because they think that I only care for Caitlin Clark. No. I love Caitlin Clark. I support Caitlin Clark, but I stand outside looking in, and this is what I see. It's a lot of craziness. Too much of me talking. Let's listen to what Caitlin Clark had to say about all this drama. Take a look.
No, I mean, basketball's competitive. I get it. You know, sometimes your emotions get the best of you. Happened to me multiple times throughout the course of my career. People are competitive. It is what it is. You know, and she's having a tremendous season. She's played great basketball in my eyes, probably in first place for 6th player of the year. She's been great off the bench for them. I think she had 25 here last night and really helped them win the game. So no, and that's just not where my focus is. You know, that's not what I think about on a day-to-day basis. I think about my team. I think about ways that I can get better. You know, and, you know, it's just basketball at the end of the day. You know, there's no grudges. There's nothing like that. It's a sport. It's competitive. It's not going to be nice all the time. That's not what basketball is. And I think people that play that at the highest level understand that.
You see, just it's night and day when I listen to Andrew Reese talk, Miss Carter talk, and now I listen to what Caitlin Clark had to say. It's like night and day. That is the positive gravitational force that CC command, and I gravitate toward positivity. You know, I just don't like that thug, that ghetto-ness, that ghetto culture. It gotta die. Ghetto culture doesn't, you know, elevate people. It doesn't help the community. It just makes you think that, you know, the world should bend their knee to you. No. You gotta work harder so that way the world will tune in, recognize you for your balling skills instead of crying victimhood every chance you get. You can disagree with me. Let me know in the comment section what you think. That's just how I feel. My opinion. I'm not here to change your perspective, villagers. But like always, you guys been watching me, you know, I read all the comments. Some comments are crazy, but I do enjoy reading comments. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think of this situation? It's very interesting, and it's gonna get a lot interesting going forward. I wanna see how WNBA deal with the CC wave tsunami is coming. It's here already. But I want to bring up this tweet from Mr. FatBotB. I'll be real, I ain't watched a WNBA game in years till CC was on the fever. I've watched 3 of their games, and guess what? I am now a New York Liberty fan. Eyes are on the WNBA now. When you're in the spotlight on one of those primetime games, ball out and makes fans. I could not agree more with Fatboy B. I know exactly what game he was talking about. That was a game when Breanna Stewart went bananas. She scored like 31 points. And the way she played reminded me of Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah, man, she's long, but she shoot. She shoot really good. Shoot threes, mid-range, layup. And she's a baller, man. I was watching that game. I was fascinated. Of course, I tuned in for CC, but because of CC, I'm able to watch other players. And that's what CC is doing. She's elevating other players without even doing anything. And that's the CC effect. I wish the Black Twitter can see this. I wish the woke, jealous, pettiness WNBA players understand this. That's a CC effect that they are missing. Their jealousy cloud their vision. They can't see anything. All they do know is, oh, I'm out here. I'm going to hate on CC. That's not it, ladies. Caitlin Clark is here to elevate everybody. And it's crazy how I read this tweet and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're saying. I'm going through the same thing. I'm like, man, Breanna Stewart is a fun baller. I didn't know who she was. I knew who she was, but I didn't really watch her game until that game against Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark did that. So let me know in the comment section if you guys are in the same journey as me. More videos are coming. I'm back full throttle. But it's been fun, you know, being a rookie, the #1 draft, there's a lot of drama coming your way. And I understand that there are, OGs out there, the people been in the league for 20 years, they're gonna test you. And I'm okay with that. But dirty plays, get out of here. None of that Carter bullshit. I don't need that. Calling Caitlin Clark a bitch and then hip check her, that's just not cool. It's simple. We tune in to watch Caitlin Clark, not Miss Carter and her dirty plays and her foul language. Get out of here with that. So let me know in the comment section, villagers. Oh, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and let me know how I can do to improve, because I'll talk more about this. More videos are coming. I'm back full throttle. And before I let you go, villagers, always remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and most importantly, we have to take care of our health. Until next time.